Hey everybody, this is Steven. I want to show you today how I create one of our Gypsy horseshoe pieces. Now, all the Gypsy pieces are created using hundreds, sometimes thousands of these little elements. And you can see from these little elements, these are all created from silk luxury scarves. Could be Hermes, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Dior. I take the scarves, I embroider them into these little floral shapes, and then they're cut out and ready for me to apply. So if you see our Gypsy horse, for example, that is created with thousands of these in different shades. For this piece, the background is created with, in this instance, Louis Vuitton shopping bags. Those shopping bags are embroidered and kind of cut up into this brick wall background. It's my favorite thing. It's all these different stitches, and it truly is dimensional. When you see it in person, it's really 3D. The horseshoe is fully embroidered as well, and that's mounted in relief, kind of off a standoff to make it pop off that background. And then what I'll do is I'll take these different flowers and say, what are these going to look like on this? And I generally do a few, like a cluster of flowers here, and then I finish the piece off with a few butterflies. So I choose the flowers I want. I'm doing these that are a nice shade of like turquoise and peach and blue. So I'll take a few of those and I'll glue those down there. Then I'll do a larger one, and this is more of a solid kind of tan. I'll put that right in the middle, and then I'll throw some other ones around it to kind of give it a nice little taper here. And that color of the scarf really starts to pop through through these individual floral petals. So it's a simple little design that looks really good as like a little embellishment here. So again, I'll choose these plain white ones, and you kind of see we have a nice little taper there. And then what I do is I'll add these regular embroidered flowers here in kind of matching colors. So these are fully stitched, and everything that you see here is created in my studio. So people always ask me, where do you get all the pieces? And I think kind of the beauty of this work is that all the pieces are made in here. So, you'll see them on social and all these other channels about like how we actually make the pieces, and all the thread and individual colors and everything stitched one by one. Now, generally kind of finish this corner off with these little tiny star flowers. These are the hardest ones to glue down because they're so tiny. But they truly add a lot of dimension into the final piece because they just break up these solid fields of color with these little details. The Gypsy pieces are my favorite pieces to make right now. I generally spend half of my day gluing these down, especially on the larger horses and cowboy boots. But it truly is a dimensional piece. This has a nice little corner there now. And then I'll finish it off with a few butterflies, again, in the top right. And these are made here in the studio as well. So I think it truly creates that little surprise element to these pieces. So I'll do a bigger one and a smaller one. And this is basically how the big luck piece is made, as we call it. And the final step is always the most fun for me, which is the embellishing. All right.